Hello everyone. Hope you hear me well. I'm happy to welcome you to today's presentation. My name is Jan, and I would like to thanks to ADPlist for the invitation and the support to designers all around the world, and for creating this awesome festival with awesome speakers. Uh, what we will talk about today, it will be all about the personal brand identity and social media in the design industry, and how how it can be beneficial for you as a designer, and many more. What we will talk about concretely. So first, I would like to introduce myself at the beginning. Then we will define just shortly what actually personal identity is. There were a couple of presentation on this, so we will just quickly go through that. We will define why personal identity is important, then what shapes your personal identity, what are the streams that you can use to get know to other people about you. We will talk concretely about social media, about Instagram, about Twitter, and so on. We will also just quickly go through the portfolio and some practical tips in the end. About me, like I mentioned, my name is Jan. Maybe you already seen some of my education posts on my social media, but I would like to introduce also some background about me. I studied the University of Economics in Prague. I have a master degree in business administration and management. So maybe I already answered some of your question. If you actually need a degree to become a UX designer, the degree in the UX design. So the short answer is no. Of course, if you have opportunity to go to university and study UX and UI design at the university, go for it. It will be uh, definitely great advantage for you in your career. But for example, I'm from Czech Republic, and we don't have like special programs to study UX design. So I started with business administration and management, which can be also beneficial for you as a UX designer. You understand better the client's needs and so on. And yeah, and I learned UX design by myself. It's been 8 years. I'm a UX designer, and you can of course use other external resources for your education. Like it can be free courses, free YouTube videos, free content on social media, and so on. That's my education. I also co-founded a company called Atheros Intelligence. I co-founded it with my two brothers who are developers. So we are like a good foundation team to bring a life to some to some products. So we worked for companies, for example, like United Nations, Shell, and so on. And like I mentioned, I'm also sharing um, educational content on social media for more than 3 years. And based on this, I created a course and developed a learning platform with Atheros, which is called Atheros Learning, where designers can learn foundations of UX and also some development skills. Let's talk about personal identity. So personal branding or personal identity is what shapes the perception of an individual in the eyes of the public. Also, personal branding is all about building your reputation, creating an image of yourself for the outside world, and marketing yourself as an individual. Um, I would like to point out that a personal identity strongly determines your chances to get hired or finding a client as a freelancer. So that's the main reason why we talking today about this topic. It's actually also connected to the second slide. Why is personal brand identity important? So I would like to say that based on conversations with my students and designers on social media, there are tons of designers who already have a great skill set, but they don't present themselves enough. That is why a lack of inquiries comes up. Inquiries, I mean, for example, job opportunities and clients for freelancing and so on. Yeah, so that's the main concerns of I think a large group of designers. They can't find a job, and they can't monetize their skills, which are already on a good level, and all of this can be solved by improving your personal brand. So the personal brand is crucial to demonstrate your value as a UX designer and how you want to other people to see you. So we mentioned mainly skills that are necessary for establishing your personal brand identity, but there are also other important aspects. um, what, so what shapes your brand identity? Like mentioned, we have your skills, we have then your experience, values, attitudes, online presence, or for example visuals within the online surrounding. uh, of course we will talk more deeply about the online presence today. So we have multiple streams where how you can get to people know about you and about your identity, and that you are that designer they should know about. So we have three major pillars. um, we will make it now a little bit more practical after the theoretical introduction. So first we have people. uh, let's talk, for example, about freelancing. Most of the serious leads and clients you as a freelancer get will be probably based on the word of mouth of your actual clients and coworkers. So make sure that it's joy to work with you, and always try to deliver more that is expected. This will really help you to get to other potential clients and other potential opportunities to know about you um, i- in a positive way. So deliver more and make sure that it's joy to cooperate with you. Then we have, of course, social media. We will talk about social media more in detail, and as it is one of the most important aspect of my design career, and I think it could be a game changer for you as well. So and then we have other online presence. By other online presence, I mean, for example, your own portfolio, which is definitely an important aspect of your identity as well. Or I mean, for example, blog where you can showcase your understanding of the design problems deeply. And yeah, another example of online presence can be a newsletter. But let's talk about social media first. So I would like to talk concretely about about some platforms which shaped my career as well. So first we have Instagram. Instagram is definitely huge for designers in terms of community. I personally started my educational content on Instagram, and it gives me huge opportunities. It's true that for relevant leads or jobs, and leads for jobs and clients, you need quite big reaches. But definitely you can find there great partnerships. For example, our biggest client in Atheros is United Nations, and we get started our collaboration based on my Instagram posts. So definitely there are no limitations, and Instagram can be really good for B2B as well. And of course, like I mentioned, Instagram is awesome to join a community of designers and get to know other designers, content creators, and so on. I have to say that the community is really friendly, so it's definitely worth joining a community of designers on Instagram. Then we have LinkedIn. Yeah, if you are strictly looking for job opportunities, then tune your profile or LinkedIn. That's probably the fastest way to get serious leads. I already seen that most of you are dropping their LinkedIn profiles here, so that's good that you are working on the networking. And yeah, and building the network on LinkedIn, definitely it's worth for you as a designer. On LinkedIn, yeah, like mentioned, there is definitely most of the opportunities. Um, so if you will be active here, you don't need a big reach to attract recruiters, clients, and employers at all. Then we have, of course, Twitter. Um, there is also big potential is also here, where you can get really huge reaches with your educational content, for example. So if you are about to start sharing some useful tips and so on, definitely Twitter is awesome for you. Their algorithm is much more friendly to content creators in comparison to Instagram. So definitely it's worth being active on Twitter and connect with other creators, um, and with the design community which is forming there as well. But in my point of view, on Twitter, it's still on the beginning. Then we have, of course, Behance and Rebel, which are quite specific for the design community. You can share there, of course, your case studies, or just single screens of your designs and deliverables. Um, Based on my experience, those platforms could be good as well for attracting design opportunities, mainly for freelancers and for yeah, for potential clients there. Of course, if you are about to start creating a content on social media, TikTok or YouTube is good for you as well. So yeah, so you can use those social media are relevant as well. uh, on the first try, it looks it can be it can looks like that it's a full-time job to be active on all those social media. There is like a large number of social media which I mentioned. So but let me show you an example. The example contains a short video tutorial on how to create animated mockups. As you can see, you can leverage the content reach on the various platforms with the same tutorial. This will improve the reach of your personal brand identity in a huge way, and also it will save your time. So you don't really need to spend hours of creating content for each social media independently. You can also, for example, on Twitter, you can share this tutorial in like text form, just with the bullet points, and you don't have to, or you can just reshare the short video from Reels or Shorts on YouTube, uh, which should on Twitter work as well. Um, but it don't be just an educational content. You can just show the process of your design process. You can um, show some deliverables for your clients if you get approval, of course. You can share your workspace. You can share your ideas, and lead discussions with other designers. Just show yourself and make the opportunities coming. And I'm not talking just about jobs, but also you can get potential partnerships and promotions, which you can do on your social media. So then you can increase your revenue and monetize your activities with this like a side hustle. And definitely I think that most of the brands are now much more interested in collaboration with content creators nowadays on social media. So definitely yeah, it can be big. Your social media can be big asset for you. um, so that's just quickly about social media. Now I would like to talk about portfolio, which works as another stream for your brand identity. We mentioned like other online presence containing definitely your portfolio. So I would like to mention just some quick tips. uh, Really frequent question that I'm receiving from other designers is that if they need like a real projects just in their portfolio. Lots of designers struggle with this, but based on my experience, concepts, especially for starting designers, are enough. Um, the main message is to showcase your skills and approach to design and how you can help to employers and to clients. So definitely you can include there just the concepts of products, not the real ones. Of course, if you have an approval from your previous clients, it's better. You can show like real results of your designs. But if you just starting, concepts are enough to put in your case studies. Of course, you can you should stay fresh. I mean that you should regularly update your portfolio, so where you can share your achievements or new projects. Then the very common mistake of UX designers within their portfolios is that they have their very large number of projects, which and some of them are not in like they are not like their best works. So so definitely 3 to 5 works is fine. You don't have to show the large number of case studies. 3 to 5 is completely enough. So choose wisely what you include in your portfolio, because more can be less in this way. Because if you include some not completed case studies, it can hurt you as well. Um, I'm mentioning on this slide some inspiration. There are 5 sites where you can uh, get the resources for inspiration. These sites containing hundreds of design portfolios, so you can look at the case studies of other designers using those collections. And get inspired by, for example, sections within their websites and so on. Uh, of course, the most attractive is to have own website as your portfolio. That's not really difficult nowadays, as you can use no code tools such as Webflow to have your portfolio live easily without coding. So it can be really fast for you, and you can do it in an impressive way. So definitely, it's good to have a portfolio on a single link, where potential clients or employers can see all the stuff at the one place. Also, nowadays, really popular is having your portfolio in Notion. You can use some Notion templates, which might serve as a place for showing your work as well. So definitely, you can consider this option as well, and still you will have all the works within one link. Uh, and in the end, I would like to recap and also mention some practical tips. So first, share works on your social media. It can be educative content. It can be your designs. It can be vlogs. It can be your workspace, your ideas, and many more. You can use the same content across various platforms. We mentioned, for example, a tutorial which can be replicated for Instagram, Twitter, um, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and so on, or LinkedIn as well. So you can leverage your reaches and get to know to people about you, and attract the best opportunities on the market. Then adjust the content and portfolio for your goals. If you, for example, want to attract employers from the fintech industry, it makes sense to create case studies of internet banking apps, for example, some broker management tools, and so on. So the message of this is that create the content that you want to that fits the opportunities you want to attract. Then I would like to highlight, then always deliver more than is expected. We talked about importance of people as a stream of your personal brand identity. So, like mentioned, if you are freelancer, deliver more. You will see that it will come back uh, in the form of more opportunities and more leads and so on. Then make sure that it's joy to work with you. Your team coworkers might be streams for your brand identity as well, because yeah, like mentioned, word of the impact of word of mouth is huge. So yeah, then establish 3 to 5 best works for your portfolio. Choose only the best works, because if you include also not really completed and not detailed designs, it can hurt you. And you should have a portfolio on a single link. You can use no code sites like mentioned Webflow. You can use Notion, and of course putting designs on Dribble and Behance. I think that the Dribble is now allowing you to post their case studies as well. So definitely, it's a great it's another great stream for your reach. And last but not least, connect with people, connect with community of designers. You will see that also by connecting with other designers, you can attract new opportunities as well. And yeah, and at the end, I would like to mention that I have own design course. So if you are interested in learning, it is mainly for aspiring and starting designers to get to know about the industry, about the overall principles and the process of the design, and get mentoring from me. You can check on the following link our courses. So thank you so much, and I think we can move forward to Q&As. And I hope that the presentation was useful for you. Okay, so we have their first question: how to give your own personal touch style to our projects in portfolio. So definitely, like mentioned, uh, you can express lots of things by the own website, where you include um your projects. So if you want to, if you use no code tools, definitely take care about how the website looks like. I also seen that uh some of the designers was searching for my portfolio. As mentioned, one of the one of the advice was to keep your portfolio updated, and I didn't do it like for maybe 2 years when I was busy with other stuff. So I'm reworking it right now, and you can see it you can see it. I think in 2 weeks it should be completed, so I will share on my social media. uh, just about the personal touch and style to your projects. um, I, I hope that I answered. Also I mentioned that um, that aspect of creating the case studies you want to attract. Then so if you want to grow in the fintech industry, you include you include the same projects, or for example healthcare, you then create case studies from this industry. So hopefully I did answer. Mm, yeah, to be honest, I was introvert as well, or I am still introvert as well. But it's about the training. I think that you don't have to like show yourself within the videos. Of course, it's better because you build the connections, much better when you show your face. So so definitely it's about the training. I was really really shy at the beginning, but now I'm speaking on this festival. So uh so it was really difficult for me at the beginning, but it's about the training and so on. So if you just do what just be yourself, you don't have to like dancing in front of camera to share content on social media. It can be, you can just, for example, record your screen doing something in Figma, that you don't have to show yourself like your face and even your voice. But of course, like mentioned, it's better. How much time do you spend to run your social media channels? um Actually, I'm working on my social media for 4 years, so it's a long term journey. um, but it's quite fast. When you at the beginning, it's really like time consuming when you set up your workflow for creating posts. But once you are ready and you already did some posts, the workflow will be much faster. So currently it's about 1 to 2 hours every day for social media content, and for usually it's about 1 hour for creating a post for a day, and 1 hour with engaging with other designers and with other people on social media. But like mentioned, you have to be really patient, and it's not instant. It may be like you can create like 20 posts with not really big reaches, but the 21st post can explode. So you have to be really patient, and still trying to connect to the community of designers, and you will see that they will help you. It's a really friendly community. um I think that like for my career and based on my experience, I think yes. Of course, you can have some connections, to some to some employers and so on. So then you definitely don't need it. You just need your skills and some works to show during the hiring process. But for me, it was crucial, and it was necessary, definitely. Um, Also, if you are active on social media, you can attract like the global opportunities. There are no borders in this way. So definitely, if you want to work for international companies, it's necessary in my point of view. Or you have, or you need really good connections. uh, I think it can be, but definitely you have to you have to be careful about this, you know. When you work in the team, uh, you have to switch, definitely, and be as mentioned, it should be joy to work with you. So um, there is like big lots of designers have like big ego in this way, and working in the team is necessary for designers. So definitely you have to adjust in this way. But it can look like that it's really really, you know, like individualistic, creating content on social media. But um it's more about the people, you know, about the conversation with the people in direct messages and so on. That's something what is quite hidden for others. But you know, I'm trying to engage or answer the questions of everyone who is trying to connect with me. But yeah, like mentioned, working in the team is definitely essential for designers, so you have to be able to do both. uh yeah, that's a good question. Like of course there is tons of on tons of platforms. So I was trying to show you the way how you can be active on most of the relevant platforms with just like a single type of content. But of course, for example, Medium is like a next level of the content creation, because you have to spend much more time on the articles. And this is something you can do as well, but definitely you will not fit like, I don't know, like 2 hours a day. um, the three channels which were crucial for me was definitely Instagram. I started on Instagram, like mentioned, I think it's 4 years ago. And it took me a while to start on Twitter as well. But when I started, it was really fast for me. And for example, currently I have like big reaches on Twitter than on Instagram, where on Instagram I have something around 160,000 followers, and on Twitter I have like 20, and on Twitter I have like 3 times bigger reaches. So definitely, if you are starting, start with Twitter, start with Instagram, and the third one is definitely the LinkedIn. LinkedIn should be essential for you. As mentioned, it's the sh- it's the shortest way for you to find job opportunities. Um, yeah, I think that certifications is a good it's a good thing. You know, I also have the course with the certification as mentioned, so definitely it can be good content for you for your, for example, LinkedIn profile. It can be it can be good content for your website portfolio. So yeah, I like it. You know. Yeah, so that definitely it can be useful to include in the CVs. But still, you lots of those courses are really theoretical. So definitely you should still keep practicing. It's probably not that popular opinion from my but I would say that most important at the beginning is spending time in Figma or another prototyping tool and pushing the pixels just to get the eye for the design. So that's definitely really important. But doing the certifications in parallel, it's definitely good way. And find it's I would mention another pillar, which is finding your mentor. which will who will speed up your design journey as well. Um, there can be definitely multiple reasons why you should work on your personal brand identity, even if you are an employer. The first is you can, like mentioned, you can create side hustles next to your main design job. So, for example, if you will grow your audience, you can get collaborations with big brands, design brands, and promote their tools and so on. So it can give you additional income. Also, if you will, for example, change the employer, definitely you will still need the portfolio and to show what you can do. And social media is like also like a proof of your skills, when you're showing the tutorials there. You employer will see that you are able to do those things. So if you want to, for example, I don't know, to switch employer and to work with the international brand, I don't know, for example, Tesla or something like that, definitely they will your personal brand identity will be good. No, I'm creating all tasks connected to my social media by myself. I create the post by myself. I'm engaging uh, and discussing the problems with the students and with the people on social media just by myself. Uh, I want to keep it like this. Definitely, sometimes it's really time consuming. For example, at the weekends, I have to spend more time with discussing with designers and so on. But I want to keep it personal, and real. So my social media uh, is done just by me. Definitely it can be great advantage for you to have a marketing uh, skills as a designer. Still through interface you communicate also the marketing goals of the businesses. So I think that it's definitely really important, especially if you are, for example, UX writer. You need marketing skills as well, and like as a designer you should not care just about the users. Of course, users are one of the key pillar which you should focus, but you should focus also on the business behind, and respect the technology you can use. So if you want to focus also on on the business side of the design, you should understand some marketing principles as well. But of course, if you work in bigger teams, there is then collaboration with the marketers. So you as a UX designer will definitely work with them as well. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all for today's session. Thank you so much for inviting, and I hope that you learned something new. And um, let's keep in touch, and we can connect on LinkedIn and other social media. And yeah, and if you are interested, you can check our courses. And see you soon.